Welcome to Driven to Success. I am Vic Tarasic with Shop Owner Coach, and I'll be joined shortly by my co host, David Wofford of the Pronto Network. We kick off the first of a three-part series on the benefits and competitive advantages of being part of a service center program. Whether you're a distributor, outside sales rep, or owner, you'll find this series a great spot to get more of or to get started on the program. All right, let's jump into the conversation.
Nationwide warranty is for nationwide support. And really, who benefits from that?
Right.
Well, it's kind of a twofold process. Number one, the shop. Some of our biggest supporters of the program are single location. And when it's a single location, Vic, I'm going to use you as an example.
Mhm.
When you had Vic's Precision, you know, great spot, a lot of traffic going by, one location.
Right.
And so, how many people have ever even heard of Vic's Precision before? And I mentioned before on our calls, of course, other than the $100,000 sign you had out there, it may look like we were going down Vegas Boulevard.
Mhm.
You had to do that to
Mhm.
catch their attention. But to go shopping at Vic's Precision, and before we leave, hey, we got you all buttoned up, and we even got you taken care of nationwide. Should you experience a problem with our repairs when you're out on the road? Nationwide. I thought
Right.
this was just Vic's Precision, and
Right.
so it supports the shop, but also supports the consumer. And I really started going through several of the components in there on how many actually support the different components, and it so much of this gets down to consumer perception.
Mhm.
So our consumer is the independent repair centers. Our
Right.
consumer is people that make a living working on vehicles, and when we have the opportunity to present the program to them, there's a perception. That is their perception from the service center side of things. Hey, I like, I could use, it would help me with, and so basically what we're looking at and finding is different pain points. Then there's consumer perception of their customer. So when a customer all of a sudden, wait a minute, I thought this was a singular location. You already got me taken care of nationwide.
Right.
Where does that come from? The consumer has got that warm and fuzzy feeling, even though sometimes at the service center level, we don't even think about it. First thing we think about is what? Liability.
Right.
Um, Roadside assistance. Again, huge component for the shop and huge component for the consumer. A lot of times we view this as strictly for the car owner consumer
Mhm.
in case they should have a problem on the road. But
Right.
no, again, that warm and fuzzy. I'm getting ready to leave Vic's Precision. Hey, by the way, hit this QR code. You're going to receive from us a $120 voucher just because you chose us for a roadside event. Should you need, man, I appreciate you. Stop talking.
Mhm.
It's not. It's not necessarily what does it do for you. It's the other side of the counter. And so many of us, so many service centers are not thinking about the retail side of the counter. They're on the business end of the counter.
Right.
What is that? Where does that feel and viewpoint? And then on top of that, it helps the shop tremendously. Well, how does it help the shop? You start doing some basic numbers. You know, Vic, if a shop closes 10 work orders a day, 50 a week,
Mhm.
200 a month,
Mhm.
you start doing the math. That's a little over $300,000 in certificates that are out there.
Right.
Why does a shop not do this on their own? Because that's a scary number.
It is
That's
a
a
scary number.
ton of marketing.
Yeah.
You close 20 work orders a day, now you got a $600,000 budget. And again, I'm hoping nobody, I've mentioned it before, I hope nobody ever has to use this because that means they're just having a bad day.
Like it
And
goes to what we're talking about insurance, insurance, or you and I both but just got done talking about generators,
sure,
and
sure.
we have them and we hope we don't get a chance to use them. All right, we're going to hit the pause right there because this is the point I don't want you to miss. The Service Center program isn't just a line item or a liability conversation. It's a trust builder. It's a way to make a single location feel bigger, more established, and more confident in the eyes of the customer. That nationwide message, that roadside piece, that added layer of reassurance, that's the warm and fuzzy that customers don't always ask for, but absolutely feel when you deliver it the right way. In the next episode, David and I are going to break down how to actually use these benefits, how to talk about them at the counter without sounding awkward, and how to turn what's already included into real value for your shop and your customers. So don't just listen to this one and move on. Roll right into episode 2 because that's where we get practical. Until then, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. This is Vic Tarasic with Shop Owner Coach. We'll see you on the next episode of Driven to Success.